We start off by taking a look at the campus food pantry seeking donations and the involvement in SGA updates. Then we'll inform you of a local pickleball tournament, as well as the Buc-ee's grand opening in Auburn. We'll also take a look nationally by updating you on a mass shooting this morning in Louisville, Kentucky, and more information on what will happen after 2 Democrats were expelled from the Tennessee State House. Finally, you'll get an Auburn sports update and the pet of the week. All of that and more is coming up on Eagle Eye's Monday News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Wetzel.
And I'm Kelis McGhee.
Auburn University's Campus Food Pantry's annual SEC Food Fight event is in full swing. In the last few months, they have seen a dramatic increase in demand and are looking. This increase is due to multiple factors, including their move to a central location so more students are aware of the service, increasing their hours, lessening the stigma of food insecurity, and the rising cost of groceries and housing. Their current biggest demand is produce and are looking to the public for help in meeting their ongoing need. Auburn Cares Coordinator Sarah Grace Kashak said that campus and community members can help the campus food pantry through donations, monetary or items, and by volunteering.
Searching for some fun campus activities before spring break? Well, look no further. Involvement Ambassador Lydia Wiedetz is here to give you the scoop on all the activities and events you can get involved with on campus.
War Eagle guys, my name is Lydia Wiedetz and I'm here with your involvement update. Beat Bama Food Drive is hosting this year's SEC Food Fight. Join them on the concourse all week long to find out more about fighting food insecurity and help Auburn win the SEC Food Fight. They will have free food and goodies. It's just distribution week. The Colorado will be handing out the 126th edition of Auburn's official yearbook. The book is free to students and they will be handing out books at 6 different locations throughout campus. Make sure to pick yours up this week. ISO is hosting their social hour every Friday at 4 p.m. in the Melton Student Center 3rd floor lobby. Be sure to check it out, meet some friends, and enjoy some delicious food. My last update for today is to be sure to check out organization days on Haley Concourse every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to stay up to date on the ways you can get involved throughout the semester. And just a reminder, AU Involve has information about everything going on around campus, so I encourage y'all to check that out for more involvement opportunities. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Involvement Ambassador at involve@auburn.edu. Thanks guys, and War Eagle.
When we return from this short break, we'll tell you all about a local pickleball tournament. Then you'll hear about the Buc-ee's grand opening in Auburn. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
This week on April 15th, the Office of Outreach Global at Auburn University will hold its 2nd annual Global Community Day Festival. This festival celebrates cultural exchange, drawing in international and domestic communities from the area. Not only is it an opportunity to connect with others, but there will be activities throughout the day, including the Taste of the World food tasting, a trade fair, a global attire showcase, musical performances, and so much more. This event, which works to promote cultural awareness and encourage multicultural learning, will take place at the Auburn Intramural Fields from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And be sure to check it out because last year's festival was a huge success with over 600 attendees.
You might have heard that pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the United States. Well, here is the perfect opportunity for you to get in on the action. The Opelika Pickleball Club will be hosting the Alabama Senior Olympics Pickleball Tournament from April the 14th to April the 16th at the Opelika Sportsplex. Participant slots are full, but the event is open to all, and you and your friends are welcome to take part as part of the audience and learn what this sport has to offer. They're also in search of volunteers, so if you or anyone you know is interested in helping out this event, you can visit the Opelika Pickleball Club website or call the Opelika Sportsplex at 334-705-5560.
What's the only place you can get gas, a brisket sandwich, and a beaver-themed merch all in one place? Well, it's Buc-ee's, of course, and you're in luck, because today was the grand opening of a new Buc-ee's in Auburn. Eagle Eye reporter Zach Card attended and is here to give us the inside scoop.
The Auburn Buc-ee's is open for business after months of construction. Eager for the ribbon-cutting ceremony were some big names, including Auburn Mayor Ron Anders, Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, and one of the founders of Buc-ee's, Beaver Applin.
There's been so much excitement around when is Buc-ee's opening. It's been the most popular question that has been directed to me over the last couple of months. When is Buc-ee's opening? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's today, and Buc-ee's is open.
The Texas-based gas station is now open on exit 50 of Interstate 85. The Buc-ee's in Auburn sits at over 53,000 square feet and has 120 gas pumps. They don't only keep your car full, they have a ton of food and snacks to keep you from getting hungry on the road too.
Some of the best times of my life were traveling with my mom and dad, my brother and sister, and stopping at places like this where you could get out, have fun, enjoy things. Well, Buc-ee's is back. Buc-ee's has brought that back to our country and back to our state.
Along with all the food and drinks, about a third of the store is dedicated to selling merchandise. Buc-ee's also claims to bring over 200 jobs to the Auburn area with this location. Starting wage is at $17 an hour.
It's been a long time coming. It takes a long time to build this. I hope you like what you see, and if you haven't been inside yet, I hope you'll like what you see inside there.
Buc-ee's hopes to become an Auburn staple for years to come. Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, I'm Zach Card.
What did you do for spring break this year? Well, students in the College of Human Sciences took the opportunity to go on a week-long study abroad social impact trip to Edinburgh, Scotland. They used this trip to learn ways that different fields of nonprofit studies and interior design are deeply interconnected. Along with learning and focusing on connections, they also got a cultural experience with traditional sightseeing experiences. After the success of this trip, they plan to offer another social impact trip next year to a new group of students in 2024. When we come back, we'll inform you of a mass shooting this morning in Louisville, Kentucky, and what will happen after 2 Democrats were expelled from the Tennessee State House. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Louisville police say 4 people were killed and 8 injured following a mass shooting at a downtown bank. The shooter is dead, and police say there is no active threat to the community. Ivan Rodriguez is following this breaking news and has the latest.
Terrifying moments in downtown Louisville. Police say they received a report of an active shooter at Old National Bank Monday morning.
I got a call from my wife, panicking that she was locked in the vault.
Caleb Goodlett says his wife works there.
Just a very traumatic phone call to get right at 8:30.
Shaken but grateful for the quick response from police.
Within 3 minutes of being dispatched, officers arrived on scene and encountered the suspect. At least 2 officers were shot during this exchange of gunfire.
Leaders praising Louisville Metro Police for their heroic actions.
Without a doubt, their actions saved lives.
We certainly saw, I think, the very best from them today.
A law enforcement source confirms the gun used was an AR-15 style rifle.
We believe this is a lone gunman involved in this that did have a connection to the bank.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says he lost 2 close friends in the shooting.
This is awful. Our bodies and our minds are not meant to go through these types of tragedies.
He's asking the community to unite around the families impacted.
You watch the news, you see everything go down. You think of how you would handle this situation if it arose within your family.
In Louisville, Kentucky, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
2 Democrats expelled from the Tennessee State House this week are speaking out on this holiday weekend. The Republican-controlled House voted to oust the 2 black men after they joined a fellow Democrat in protest following a deadly mass shooting in Nashville. Isabel Rosales is in Nashville with the latest.
It's sad and pathetic to think that our democracy can be taken away from a voter.
Today, 2 Tennessee districts are without representation. Voters like Lisa Levine are furious.
I was trying to look into whether filing a taxpayer suit and making it class action against these folks that stole my vote and took my representative away from me.
A community up in arms over the expulsion of 2 Democrat representatives from the Republican-led State House on Thursday. Expelled because they took to the floor last week with a bullhorn, standing up for gun reform after the school shooting in Nashville where 6 people were killed, 3 of them children. The 3 representatives accused of violating decorum and procedure rules for their actions.
We are still 3, Tennessee 3.
Gloria Johnson, a white woman, was the only one to survive the expulsion. Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, who are black, did not, but they're determined not to give up.
I will continue to speak up for District 52 and for Tennesseans who are demanding change.
Their constituents frustrated that expelling these Democrats was more important to Republican lawmakers than gun reform in their state, less than 2 weeks after another school massacre.
We need change so badly, and these people are willing to give it, willing to represent our perspective, and willing to change things. I have a little girl who I will have to send one day to school, and yeah, I'm so optimistic that if these people are given the right platform, they actually can make change. So this is disappointing.
When are they going to take these guns off our streets to save our children? We're losing too many of them,
But the so-called Tennessee 3 are intending to continue that fight.
We need their voices in the legislature, and I'll do everything I can to help them get back.
On Monday, the local legislative body, the Metro Council in Nashville, will meet to discuss Jones' fate and start the process of possibly reappointing the lawmaker.
A pair of conflicting federal court rulings over medication abortion came down on Friday. These cases are part of the new U.S. political landscape that emerged when the Supreme Court overruled Roe v. Wade last summer. Isabel Rosales has the latest.
Mifepristone is an FDA-approved drug, the first of 2 different medications used to terminate a pregnancy. It's safe and effective and has been used by millions for more than 2 decades. But on Friday in Texas, a conservative judge said the FDA's approval of the medication should be halted, saying the agency failed to consider the trauma and stress women experience with a medication abortion. Judge Matthew Kaczmarek paused his ruling for 7 days to allow appeals. The White House says it will fight, while the Senate Majority Leader spoke out against the judge's ruling.
This is an awful, extreme, and unprecedented decision. Let's be clear. This is about the Republicans' goal of a nationwide abortion ban.
There is no question that the President and I are going to stand with the women of America and do everything we can to ensure that women have the ability to make decisions about their health care.
The Justice Department and the drug maker have appealed, and they're also seeking stays, which will freeze the judge's ruling as the appeal goes forward. Meanwhile, a judge in Washington state has ordered the federal government to keep the drug available in the 17 states and the District of Columbia, which had sued to expand access to it. Now, the rival rulings could put the battle over reproductive rights back on a path to the Supreme Court. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
When we come back, we'll give you the sports update from last week with Chandler McDougal. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Chandler McDougal here with your quick fix of Auburn sports, and it was a big week for Auburn as the number 15 Auburn softball chopped with the number 15 Florida this weekend. The Tigers lose on Thursday 3-2 and on Friday 3-6 before closing the series with a shutout of the Gators on Saturday 7-0. Pitcher Matty Pence had become the 8th pitcher in Auburn history to record 50 career wins. The Lady Tigers return to Jane B. Moore Field Wednesday against Troy starting at 6 p.m. On Saturday morning before the 8th-day festivities began, a commemorative statue for a legendary baseball player, Frank Thomas, was unveiled outside Plainsman Park. And even though it was a rainy affair, Auburn announced over 16,000 faithful fans attended to watch the Tigers play an exhibition matchup for A-Day. The game ended in a 24-24 tie, but more is to come in the fall season. Eagle Eye reporter Andrew Agostinelli gives us a look into how the game went.
Auburn's offense faced off against the defense in the annual A-Day game this Saturday.
The offense started the game off down 24-0 and was tasked with covering the deficit. The weather played a significant factor and almost completely limited the pass game. Robbie Ashford went 1 of 3 for 39 passing. He looked good on his feet, picking up 38 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Holden Geringer went just 3 of 5 for 17 passing yards. The running game looked pretty solid, putting up 173 yards between 3 backs, Sean Jackson having 77 yards. The offensive line played very well, and the team seemed to mesh very well together. The game would end in a 24-24 tie with a last-second field goal from Alex McPherson.
In tennis news, the men finished up the regular season shutting out Arkansas 4-0. On Sunday, the Tigers traveled to rival Tuscaloosa in a matchup versus Alabama. However, the good guys fell to the Tide in a close one, 4-3. Then the number 12 women also played the Razorbacks on Sunday but fell 6-1, marking their first conference loss of the season. The Tigers would rebound on Easter Sunday, shutting out Missouri 4-0. That is all we have for you tonight. Make sure to stay up to date with all things Auburn sports by visiting our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and by following our Twitter at EETV_sports. I'm Chandler McDougal, and we'll be right back.
A moose on the loose and a canine bunny? Plus a new look at Uranus. That's coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
It's a moose on the loose. A young moose wandered into the lobby of Providence, Alaska Medical Center in Anchorage. While wildlife sightings on the hospital campus are common, this is the first time a moose has actually made it inside of a building, according to Providence Health. The moose took time to have a snack and nibble on some plants before hospital security carefully encouraged the moose to exit the building. Hey, who's that hopping down the bunny trail? Nope, it's not the Easter Bunny. It's a cop with hops, Officer Percy, and he's the newest member of the California Police Department. A Yuba City police officer found the lost rabbit in the middle of a road last October. She took the rabbit to animal control, but he wasn't claimed by his family. So the department took him in and named him Officer Percy after the street where he was found. Percy serves as the department's wellness and support officer, a therapeutic thumper, if you will.
Being able to hold him, pet him, and just kind of step back from that situation for a minute, regroup is vital.
And take a look at this. The James Webb Space Telescope captured a stunning new image of the 7th planet from the sun, Uranus. The image shows 11 of the 13 known rings that circle the planet. Scientists hope the Webb telescope will capture the other 2 rings in the future. For Take a Look at This, I'm Cole Higgins.
Cheryl Strayed's memoir, Wild, became a big screen hit starring Reese Witherspoon. Now Witherspoon's production company has made another book of Strayed's writings that basis for a new limited series. David Daniel has a look at Tiny Beautiful Things.
My life is a mess. My husband kicked me out a few days ago. My daughter hates me. Oh my God, Mom!
Katherine Hahn stars in Tiny Beautiful Things as a widely read advice columnist struggling to fix her own life.
Someday you'll look back on that one Christmas when your mother gave you a mustard yellow coat. Don't hold it up and say it's too puffy, because your mother will be dead by spring, and that coat will be the last gift she ever gave you.
She couldn't be a writer for herself. That she needs to it's only because people need something that she's able to find her voice.
Showrunner Liz Teaglar helped shape Cheryl Strayed's popular Dear Sugar columns into a narrative.
When I was asked to meet with Cheryl, I was like, yes, and I did not think for one second how I would do it. I just thought, yes, I will do it.
What would I tell my 22-year-old self?
Hahn worked with Sarah Pidgeon to play Claire at different ages.
Where these impulses came from and her reasoning and her justification and what the mess is.
And with Quentin Player and Tansen Crawford to build relationships as strong as their characters' bonds were frayed.
Everybody involved, the on-set chemistry of everybody was really great.
We had already set up such a good relationship that
it just like clicked here, and then we left and it like clicked in here as well.
How did I get so far from the person I wanted to be?
It just feels radical and necessary.
What does it mean to heal? To move on? To let go?
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We are so excited to introduce our new pet of the week, Cammie. You may remember Cammie from a few months ago when she came to us as just a skin and bones. She's gained so much good weight in her foster home and is now ready to find her forever home. She loves her doggy foster siblings and can't wait to be your very best friend in the world. Cammie is 1 year old, spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. She's heartworm negative and her adoption fee is only $25. Apply online for her today.
Well, we're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Kelis McGhee.
And I'm Nicholas Wetzel. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle!